December, the month of lights and laughter, but also the month of heavy heart. When the silence gets louder, when you look at the calendar and think, where did it all go? When you see empty chairs and wonder, why am I still here alone? Today, three letters, three different voices, one ache. Let's listen. Our first letter captures what's haunting so many of us right now: the panic of the calendar, the 3 a.m. voice whispering, "This year is over, and what did you actually do?" Let's listen to the voice of regret. Dear Krishna, I need you to stop time just for a moment. Everyone is posting their 2025 recap. They are showing off promotions, gym bodies, trips to different part of the world. And here I am, looking at my diary from January 1st, and I feel sick. I had a list, Krishna, a specific list: lose 20 kgs, start your YouTube channel, fix your sleep. I checked the list today. Nothing is crossed off. Nothing. I didn't have a tragedy. I didn't have a disaster. I just drifted. I let the days bleed into weeks. I procrastinated. I waited for Monday. And now it is suddenly December, and I am still in the exact same spot I was in 365 days ago. But it's worse than that. I feel like I'm shrinking. I am scared to make resolutions for 2026 because I don't trust myself anymore. I am a liar to my own face. How do I walk into a new year when I'm dragging the corpse of my own failed promises? I feel like a fraud. Please don't let 2026 be another blur. I'm terrified of blinking and losing another year. Your devotee, Rahul. Hey friend, take a breath for a second. You are looking at this whole year like it was supposed to be a harvest. But you are forgetting that some years are just about preparing the soil. You didn't do nothing. Yes, you figured out what doesn't work. And honestly, that hunger you feel now, that frustration, you didn't have that fire in January. That's not nothing. The guilt eating at your own failure, it's your finally waking up to what you actually want. You asked how to start 2026 without dragging all this behind you. Here is what helped me once: hold a funeral for it. Tonight, if you can, write down every promise you broke to yourself. Actually, look at them. Thank each one for what it taught you, even if it hurts. Then burn the paper. Watch it disappear. Your past doesn't go to live in your future unless you keep carrying it there. The whole new year, new me thing, that's just a date we all agreed on. The real fresh start happens the moment you decide you are done with the old story. It can be December 13th. It can be 3 p.m. on a random Tuesday. Doesn't matter. So wash your face, get some water. 2026 starts right now if you want it to. That was the pain of feeling behind. But December has another kind of ache. It's wedding season, family gatherings, everyone celebrating togetherness. And when the whole world is pairing up, standing alone hits different. The next letter is quieter than the first, but the silence in it screams just as loud. My dear Govinda, the air is getting cold again. I used to love December, but lately it feels like a spotlight on everything I lack. I received 3 wedding invitations this month. 3. And I smiled and I bought the gifts and I liked the photos on Instagram. But Krishna, when I come home and unlock my door, the silence hits me like a physical blow. I have done the work, I have built a career, I try to be kind, but I look around and I see people who are less devoted, less patient, finding love so easily. They stumble into it. And here I am, still holding space for a ghost. I'm scared that maybe my story was written with missing pages. I don't want a fling. I don't want noise. I want what Radha had. I want a witness to my life. But the waiting is becoming heavy. The happy new years are starting to sound like taunts. Is there someone coming for me in 2026? Or am I meant to walk this path alone? Please give me a sign. Radhe Krishna, Divya. Dear friend, listen, you are not being left behind. I know it feels that way, but you are being saved for something better. You see other people moving fast and wonder what's wrong with you. But think about it. Fast food is ready in 5 minutes. A real feast? That takes time, takes care. You said you wanted a love like Radha's, right? That's not fast food, friend. That's a feast. That kind of connection needs someone who has worked through their ego, their impatience, all of it. And I know it sounds harsh, but that's what this loneliness is doing. It's preparing you, scrubbing away everything that doesn't belong. You are not stuck in an empty room. You are waiting in a waiting room. And the person who is meant to meet doesn't show up until you are actually ready. Not just saying you are ready, but really ready. So stop scanning the horizon for them in 2026. Look inward instead. Become the person you are praying to meet. Work on yourself like you're the most important project you will ever have. Because here is the thing, when you finally light the lamp inside yourself, you won't need to chase anyone. They will find you. Like a moth to a flame, Radhe Krishna, and all the very best. We have talked about regret, we have talked about longing, but this final letter is different. It's not asking for success, not asking for love. It's from the strong one, the person everyone leans on, who has finally hit the wall. It's asking for one thing we are all terrified to need: rest. Dear Krishna, I'm writing this because I'm so tired to pray. Everyone calls me strong. They call me resilient. They see me handle the job, the family, the bills, the crisis. They clap and say, wow, you are a warrior. But Krishna, I am not handling it. I'm dragging it. I'm tired of being the person everyone relies on. I'm tired of waking up and putting on the armor before I even brush my teeth. This year took everything out of me. I fought for my peace. I fought for others. And now looking at 2026, I don't feel excited. I feel heavy. I don't want to climb another mountain. I just want to sit down. Is it a sin to say that? I don't want to manifest. I don't want to hustle. I don't want to be held. For once, I want you to be the general and let me be the passenger. Can I put the sword down, Govinda? Or is this war going to last forever? Thanks and regards, Anonymous. Dear friend, I can feel how tired you are. You asked if it's wrong not to want to hustle anymore. No, that's called being human. Even Krishna talked about divine rest in the Gita. For the next 15 days until New Year's, just hibernate. I can suggest you 3 things that can help you find peace and rest. 1. Make 2 lists. Must do, eat, sleep, work, and not my problem until 2026. Everything else, family drama, other people's feelings, future plans, will go in not my problem until 2026. Move what you can to the right. Close that door. 2. 1 horizontal hour daily. When you get home, lie on the floor. No phone, no noise, just gravity and silence. Tell your body you are off duty. Cry, sleep, stare at the ceiling, whatever. Just be. 3. Change your prayer. Stop asking for strength or answers. Just say, I'm clocking out. You drive. If it crashes, it's on you. I'm sleeping in the back seat. That's it. Put the sword down. Rest now. We will deal with mountains in January. Just breathe for now. Nothing you're carrying is too heavy or too messy for Krishna. He holds what we can't. We don't have to carry it alone anymore. If something in your heart needs to be said, write it down. Let it out. You can send it to modernaimystic@gmail.com. And if today's words brought you some peace, share them with someone who needs it the most right now. Like, subscribe, help us reach others who need to hear this too. Radhe Krishna and take care.